Hi guys, so this is a very lazy video. That's why I'm doing it in my bed because I'm not just happy recounting this incident. I didn't want to even talk about it, but I'm like, let me just talk about it, okay? So, you guys, last week I got an email. Like last week, I was just sleeping on my bed because my classes on Friday starts at 12. My classes on Friday starts at 12, and I was tired the previous day. I think I slept really late, so I had told myself that I was going to wake up by 11 a.m. and then go to have my bath and prepare my food, dress up in 30 minutes. I'll just do that really quick, and then the remaining 30 minutes I'll use it to go to school because my school is quite close from my house, 20 minutes, 25 minutes at most, and I'm in school. Okay, so that was my plan. So I was going to sleep until 11. So I woke up earlier than usual. I woke up around 9:40 something. And the minute I woke up, I just checked my email. Like, I don't know, that's impulsive. Like, this is like when you're an adult, when you keep applying to things, like you always check your email. I don't know if it's just me, but every 2 seconds that they refresh my email, you get. So I just checked my email in my usual fashion, and I got an email. I saw an email inviting me. Oh, like they saw my application. If I'm still interested in the job, briefly explain it's a marketing role. Briefly explain what the job is about. Oh, I was excited. Like I was like, oh, this is something I can do. Considering the fact that the Christmas season is coming soon, and I'm looking for a full-time job, so I was very optimistic. I was, excited. So, but down below that email, there was a caveat. It was written in bold. I think I'll include the screenshot. It said that they were not hiring students. Not like I'm shocked about this information. I mean, if you're in the UK, you get used to the fact that we don't hire students, even for a job of 16 hours a week. We don't hire students. So I was like, okay, now no wahala. So, but I responded to that email and saying, oh, thank you. And I said, well, unfortunately, I'm on a student visa, which means I do not qualify. But then I said, if you have other opportunities open to students, I'm very much available. Okay. And so I sent the email. I'm like, okay, no wahala now. I just slept, went back to bed anyways. But I think, okay, I did not go back to bed because at the time, sleep has vanished from my, when you read, oh, opportunity, but you are now, this thing they said about the good life you imagine after submitting your CV. Bam. I was already imagining myself doing the job, like, okay, this job is mine already. Because I mean, if you had invited me for an interview, I am very close to getting that job, unless of course you're a student but I had responded to that email and forgotten about it really. Okay. Color me shocked when I got a message or a call, like 30 minutes later or 40 minutes later to say, oh, please, would you still be interested in this role? We sent you an email, And I start because the person who sent me that email is a female, like a female. So it was a lady. But the person that called me was a man. So I explained to him that I responded to the earlier email and I told the person that I am a student. I also told him that, oh, I'm sorry, I would have loved to do the job, but I currently am a student. And then he responds, no worries, but can I invite you for an interview? In my mind, I'm like, okay, because this is the Christmas period. Usually, most employers hire more hands during Christmas because the crowd, it's usually like twice the job. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe they want to hire me for the Christmas period. And after the Christmas, of course, that's like, I need this job mainly because schools are closing. So I won't even be working, like doing my teaching assistant work because of course schools are closing. So in my mind, I'm like, if you hire me just for this Christmas period, I am okay. Like, I am very, very okay. It's nothing, okay? So I was excited. He said he was going to invite me for an interview. When will you be free? Can you do it today? I'm like, sure. My classes ends at 3. And since the place is like within the area, like the place is just 16 minutes walk from my school. I checked it on the map. I'm like, okay, no problem. I am free from 4 o'clock. So after class ended, I was going to go for the interview, right? Okay. So you guys, on that particular day, it rained. It was raining. Thank God, V and Chizoba, they were my witness. Now that day, Chizoba asked me, say, now every day they apply to a job, this girl. Every day they go interview. Because almost every time I'm like, I'm going for an interview. I'm going. I don't even come here to talk about like some of my interview escapades. Like, a lot of people, they're always asking, like, what do you do for fun? I never tell them, say, part of the things I do for fun is attend interviews. You guys, that's a story for another day. But yeah, I apply to jobs a lot and I attend interviews to a lot, which for me is a good thing because it gives me like, I'm experienced. I have many months experience applying to jobs. Okay. So you guys, it was raining that day. V and Chizoba are my witness because we walked together until I got to the junction and then V went this way and Chizoba went that way. It was raining, like I said, and it was cold. I used cold, I used rain, go this interview. So I got there and I met a couple of other people who were interviewees who were there before me, like three other people. Okay. So they went for their interview and then it was my turn. They called me. Before then they asked us to fill a paper, your name, what you do, some of your hobbies, your skills, asked us to draw one very funny thing, draw a funny thing. I drew a cat. This small circle, big. Yeah, that's why I drew a cat. And anyways, it was my turn for the interview and I went there. And then the first question the man asked me is, oh, what do you do? Are you a student? I told you in an email, I told you on the phone, but I still said yes, I'm a student. I told him, he said, what course are you studying? I told him I was studying. But then I realized that the moment I told him I was a student, his countenance changed. He's shocked and he's like, in his mind, he's like, we don't want students. You get that kind of thing. But I'm like, why are you shocked? I told you in an email. I even told you when you called me. So why are you giving me this expression of, oh, you are a student? Like, and then he goes on to ask a few other questions. What are your skills? What are, like, where would you be willing to work as admin, like in the admin section, or would you want to do marketing? Just ask me a few questions. And then the interview was over. And then I noticed that the people who were interviewed before me, like some of them spent like 10, 15 minutes, but mine was not even up to 6 minutes or 5. It was just like 5. It was so brief. And then I knew that why it was so short was because I am a student. And then he says, okay, I'll give you a call before 8 p.m. today to let you know if you passed this first phase of interview. At the time, even me, at the time, I don't even time. In my mind, I'm like, your countenance has changed. I can clearly see that this job is not mine because you're squeezing face that I told you I'm a student, you get. And then he's like, okay, I'll get back to you by 8 p.m. today to let you know if you pass this phase of the interview, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I don't already come on my mind sharp from the thing. But then I got an email. Was it, I think that night, I think I'll include a screenshot, that night or the next morning, telling me that, oh, unfortunately, they can't give me the job because I'm on a student visa. I'm like, are you guys crazy or something? I wanted to use the anger in me to respond to that email, but I had to just hold myself. Because I responded to your email when you asked me. I told you I was a student. You called me less than an hour later. I still repeated the same thing. So why did you make me waste my time? Why did you make me come in the rain for this interview only for you to tell me that you cannot take me? Because if I did not tell you, like the other jobs I applied to, even though I usually state it on my CV that my program ends in 2020, you will see it there. This January 2025 to so time 2026 is clearly stated there that I'm still studying. That one is different. I would say, okay, maybe they did not pay attention to the CV. But then I replied you in an email. And when you called me, I told you the same thing. So why did you feel the need to still invite me for an interview only for you to reject me on the premise that I am still a student? Like, this is so annoying. Like, these guys are playing with people's mental health. Like, you waste people's time. You raise people's hopes. Like, oh my God, finally another job is coming. Oh, I'm finally getting it. Because in my mind, I'm like, this is going to be my Christmas job. I'm going to use this as my Christmas. Oh God, thank you. Oh, finally. Finally. That was what I was saying in my mind. Only for I was showing my flatmate now, like, because my flatmate came to my room like that night, and I was showing him that, look how, like, these people really annoyed me today. Look at the email they sent to me. Look at what I responded, and still they had the guts to invite me for an interview, only to reject me on the premise. And I told me that, oh, when you're I should reach back to them when I'm on my post study visa, or when I'm on my what did they rubbish did they say? And it was so annoying. I'm like, the way it was with me, I wanted to respond with that anger via email, but I'm like, don't you just leave them? I leave it to God because at this point, there was nothing I could do anyway. So yeah, that's why I say I should just let people know, like, these guys are playing with our mental health. You know, you will not give student jobs, and somebody has told you that why not leave them? Why not leave me alone? Leave me alone. You say you know will give me the work. Leave me alone now. No, no. You just wanted to see my face. I use rain come. Oh Jesus. Uwamoye kamga kosara. At this point, I be that Nollywood girl where then they maltreat. Iju amo onye kamga kosara. Who I won't tell? Who I won't tell? I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's why I said I should just let you people know. But some days are like that. Some days are annoying like that. Okay. Anyways, thank you for coming for my rant. Please like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please leave a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. To do.